Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Get Shirty Football channel, where we check out football shirts from around the world. And today, if you can see from the thumbnail and the title, it's non-league football shirts. So I went online and I picked up this package from the guys at the non-league football shop, who have a great range of shirts, which I'm going to show you what I've got. If they want to send me some free shirts, certainly ping me an email, guys, and I'll promote your wares, because you always come up with some absolute bangers throughout the website. So I've had a sneak peek to make sure it was in there. A couple of shirts that we're going to look out for here, both from the 24-25 season. So let's get the first shirt out and have a guess, play along, see if you can put down in the comments which shirt you think it is. And that gives it a little bit away. It's kind of a bluey, turquoisey one, well packaged up. And go, bit of tissue paper, always good to see it's well packed up. Don't want to give it away, so let's get this one up on the AstroTurf. Let's go. Now this shirt here is this team's third shirt, made by Appen Sports, who do a great bunch of non-league shirts. There we go. Third shirt, blues, turquoises, starry night. Let's check out the next bag here. I have to go right. There we go. Sponsor on there, kind of a yellowy, orangey coloured shirt. Let's get this one up. Don't want to give it away. Good looking shirt, so let's get this one up here. So, you can see there, plain, same sponsor on there. Home shirt for the team and the third shirt for the team, both made by Appen Sports, of course. Let's spin them around. This one's probably familiar to people who are into football shirts. Of course, we're looking at Fort William Football Club, the home and the third. Now, the third shirt was released, and the guys, it sold out really quick. So, second drop came around, I just had to pick it up. Really lovely design on there. Let's take a closer look. Great colours, starting off with the blue there, transcending into the turquoise. A lovely photo sublimated into the design there of the Fort William Football Club pitch up there in the Highlands of Scotland. Northern Light sponsor, Appen Sports. Everything on this one is screen printed on, no badges. But I wouldn't complain about that because it's a cracking shirt. Glad I picked that one up, and I'm also pretty pleased that I picked up the home one while I was there on the site. There we go, Fort William Football Club. This time, Appen Sports have decided to go for embroidered badges on there. It's really good. The LBS sponsor is sublimated in, all the sponsors on there. I think that might be a kind of coordinate pattern, might be wherever the team is located in Fort William. And the pattern I can see running through it looks like kind of the lines of altitude, well, not altitude, but how high mountains are that you'd find in an ordnance survey map. So you can imagine it's maybe Ben Nevis. It could be they've just taken that because Fort William's close to Ben Nevis. Looks really kind of cool, these two shirts. So, who are Fort William? Well, Fort William play in the Northern Caledonian League. A lot of the teams in there play way up in Inverness, so you can imagine Fort William have got a lot of travelling all the way up the Great Glen, up past Loch Ness to get to Inverness and play their games up there. And all the teams obviously have to come all the way back down to Fort William to play their games. So they've got a bit of travelling to do. Fort William were in the Highland League from the 1985-86 season, but they dropped out of that in the 21-22 season, so now they're playing in the Northern Caledonian League. These shirts, you'd have to say maybe they are the smartest. If the away one comes up, yeah, I would quite like to pick up. It's a simple white number with the FWFC on there on the badge. I haven't seen it for sale yet. If it pops up, yeah, I'll probably buy it because I'm a bit of a completionist, so I would like to have that shirt. Appen Sports, as you'll see, do a lot of non-league shirts, especially for Scottish teams, so let's move on to their next shirt. So, Appen Sports, I come up with these three shirts. Now, if you're into football shirts and you haven't seen these, I don't know what you've been looking at, because these are the New Craig Hall Leith Victoria shirts from 22-23. This one was everywhere on people's socials. It is the beer shirt with the Stewart Brewing sponsor there. I think there was a version that had tenants on it, but I prefer the Stewart Brewing one. It looks really quite cool. It's the lager beer shirt. Lovely design there. I think there's a team in Spain that had also used it, so it's very similar, but cracking looking shirt. the badge on there, all nicely printed on there. It says screen printed in there, but these are all embroidered. A great looking shirt. And then I picked that one up from the Non-League Football Shop, and I picked this one up as well, which is the third one, called the Retro Gaming one. I think you can still pick it up on there. I think you can still pick that one up as well. And they've gone for the Pac-Man. I think it's really quite cool. I love a bit of gaming, so why not pick up something like this? A really cracking design. It's vibrant, lovely use of the colours in there. The kind of little Pac-Man do pop out. Appin Sports come up with another quality Non-League shirt. Now this is the away one, and I find it quite difficult to find. Now, this one doesn't have the sponsor on it. I think you could get it with a Strongbow Dark Fruits sponsor on there. But again, it's similar to, I think it's pretty much the same design as the beer one, the lager one, but they've just gone and used that kind of beautiful purple, and I think it's a great shade of purple, purpley red that's gone through there, with the bubbles coming up with the head. You can imagine a pint of Strongbow Dark Fruits, with our ciders are available. A great looking shirt. So yeah, I was pleased to get that, complete the collection, because I bought that one first and I bought that one as well. I thought I'm going to have to try and find the second one, this away one, but it eluded me for a long time, and then I think it popped up once on eBay. Just pulled the trigger and had to pick it up. So let's check out another team which has probably been seen a lot around the socials. So we're back up to the Northern Caledonian League, and it is Loch Ness FC. Now I have got the 23-24 shirts, the home and the away. I think it was some of the shirts from previous seasons which had a more prominent Loch Ness monster on them, which you might have seen probably on Instagram and places like that. I prefer these ones that Appin Sport came up with for the 23-24 season. This home one, really classy with that polo collar, lovely use of the gold kind of stripe going through there. Loch Ness monster running around the back there, a kind of sublimated marble print, and Loch Ness monster on the sleeves, a really classy looking shirt there. And they followed it up with an away shirt, which is also really quite nice. I mean, you've gone for the black and gold on there, on the collar and the cast Loch Ness monster yet again, running around there. And a little bit up there as well. He's also running through there. Cracking looking shirt from Appin. I love that red. I think the gold sponsor looks really quite cool. Same badges there, but you can't mess with that. So, Loch Ness, bit of a strange club, I would say, from a history point of view. They were second in the 21-22 season, they were champions in 22-23 season, and the second in the 23-24 season. So they have actually now withdrawn from the Northern Caledonian League. They suffered several different events. Initially they were founded to have fielded an ineligible player in 3 matches, which resulted in them so many penalties they got kicked out of the Football Times Cup and a points deduction in the league. They then decided at the end of the 23-24 season that they were going to withdraw from the league, citing a range of issues without offering further details. And then just further from that confirmed, we're not playing in 24-25. So we aren't going to see any more Loch Ness FC shirts for the moment. Maybe the guys will get together, maybe they'll sort things out, come back as a Phoenix team. It would be really good to see a team that comes up with kind of unique shirts back in that league. But Appin are always knocking it out of the park, and I'm sure they'll come up with plenty of other shirts for other teams, which we can see in the Non-League Football Shop. But I'm going to show you a couple of teams now, a team from the Highland League and a team from the Lowland League. So here we have a couple of teams that I kind of support in a roundabout kind of way, Highland League and Lowland League. So let's start off up in North. Highland League team, Brechin City. Now this is their away shirt from the 24-25 season. I picked this up because it's a cracking template that they've used. It's a Macron template, but love the yellow and blue, that kind of design there. I'm pretty sure I've seen it on a Bologna shirt, and I'm sure other ones as well. It's all kind of we've got an embroidered patch in there, keep pressed on Deer Centre sponsorship there. The home one, I wasn't too sure about it, looks like this. It's a red Macron template, not one that I decided to pick up, but maybe we'll see what next season's come out with. I've been following Brechin for a while. I've seen them play at Ibrox against Rangers in the Scottish Cup. I've seen them play against Hibs in the Scottish Cup, and I've been to the Challenge Cup final with them where they lost out in that one. But in this team, this season, they managed to finish second in the Highland League, And to say it's close is no exaggeration. They finished on the exact same number of points as Broder Rangers, who were champions, and only lost out on goal difference. Brechin's goal difference was 55 and Broder's goal difference was 86. And an 86 margin of goals is pretty outstanding. So for Brechin, yeah, I think it was down to the large number of draws that they had this season, 7 draws in total. They only lost 2 games. Broder lost 6 games. So maybe next year Brechin can do one better, get themselves up there into the playoff to get themselves back into the league. Because when I used to go and see them a lot, they were playing in the first division and the second division of Scotland. So yeah, it'd be good to see them get back up there. And I would always be happy to maybe take you on a journey to Glebe Park to see them play. And the other team, let's go into the Lowland League, who've actually had some success this season, is Tranent Juniors, or now Tranent FC. I used to know them as Tranent Juniors, but now the Tranent Football Club. And I picked up the home and away shirts. Now these were used for 2 seasons, 23-24 and 24-25. So good value for money from these shirts. You have to pick them up from Border Embroidery, which is a bit different, but it's a really cool shirt. Yeah, they're pretty much straightforward Macron templates with sublimated sponsorship on this one here, embroidered badge for the home. All the other sponsors there are all sublimated into the design. And then the away one, which they picked up, again it's a template that you'd probably see in the Macron catalogue, and therefore you can see that all the sponsorship on there is actually screen printed on, but lovely embroidered badge and embroidered on there for the Macron logo. So for a season they managed to finish 4th in the Lowland League with 61 points. East Kilbride kind of ran away with it on the 77 points, but they managed to get to the final of the Junior Cup, which is quite a reasonable achievement for them. But they lost out on penalties to Johnston Borough, who play in the West of Scotland Football League. Tranent were 1-0 up, but then they had a man sent off, ended up with, they got the goal back for Johnston Borough, and then they lost out on penalties. So it wasn't to be for Tranent, but maybe next year, see how they get on, and hopefully they'll make the push for promotion, you know, how East Kilbride managed to. So, hope you've enjoyed looking at these non-league football shirts. Note down in the comments which one you think are really cool, and any other teams in the non-league that you think have got outstanding shirts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.